Hey everybody, it's Brian. Welcome back to the channel. So this month is Autism Awareness Month, and I thought this would be a good time to share with you my autism parent story. Um, I will say this video is going to be shot in one take, and if it's a little hard to follow, I apologize, but I find that this message is best conveyed speaking from the heart. I've struggled with whether I wanted to do this topic. It's very personal to me, but I felt that in pushing my mental health platform and reminding people they are not alone, I had to bite the bullet and do this. I will say, and I want to give a huge thank you to Big Smitty Riding for doing a video the other week about his child with autism. If you haven't seen this video, I will put a link in the description. I can't say enough about this video. I won't lie, I was fighting back tears the entire time watching this video because, you know, as men, we don't talk about things. And to see somebody else having such an open and honest conversation, I was really proud of this community and very proud of him for doing that. So please check out his channel, subscribe, just give him the love and support that he well deserves. So there's a lot of things that I don't talk about on my channel. In my first mental health video that I did some time ago, talked about how I'm now in my second marriage with my wife, Kate. Getting married the second time obviously is a bit of a challenge. And then we add in this story. So I don't even know where to begin this story because it's hard to talk about. So our oldest, Caleb, has autism. He wasn't diagnosed until he was 17 or 18 years old. At that point, I was in my relationship with Kate for probably a year or two. We had just gotten married, and we started trying to figure this out. I had just gotten laid off from my job. I got fired from my job, quite frankly. I had gone through some pretty bad medical issues. And a lot of mental health issues. So I was pretty much at my rock bottom at that point. I took that opportunity when I was unemployed to sort of focus on a cause, right? There were two things that I needed to accomplish. I needed to find a job, and I wanted to see if I could figure out what was going on. So I made some calls. We talked to some doctors. And we were finally able to get a doctor to talk to us and say, you know what, there's this test out there. I can't remember the names of it, but it's a very substantial test. And he could take that test, we'll administer it, and we'll try and get some answers. I have to say that was for me as a parent. As for being a new husband, dealing with my own issues, very difficult because having sort of a linear thought process and being able to put two and two together and put things together, it's good. And it's good to be able to find someone help. But it was the scariest time of my life because I kept thinking, you know, it's it's sort of, is it Schellinger's cat or whomever it is, but it's the cat that's in the box, and it's a psychological thing. It's neither dead nor alive. You can look it up, but if I was wrong, I felt like I was going to make the situation worse. If I was right, I was going to make the situation worse, because it's one thing to think you have a problem or to think there's a problem. It's another thing to know there's a problem. So the thing that is difficult with autism and any sort of mental challenge, illness of that kind, is that parents go through a grieving process. I remember sitting there and talking to the doctor, and they give us this giant clinical explanation and this huge report. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from here on out, because there's that part of you that's happy that you have a solution, but now you're dealing with the potential fallout. Now, raising a child with autism is very stressful in a relationship. And then adding that we were newly married and all this stuff, it was a very difficult time. And I kept thinking that, this is good, but this isn't the end, it's the beginning. And something you may not ever have heard from someone that's children have mental illness or autism, things like that, is that you go through a grieving period, because at that point in your life, your hopes and your expectations sort of die. You're grieving the what could have been. And it's a very, very difficult time, because not only do you have an adult, well, almost an adult child at that point, that's learning to process this, but you're also dealing with it yourself. And it was a very, very difficult time for us. But it became sort of a rallying cry, right? Because everyone will tell you that, well, we were told by people that, well, just go on Social Security and, well, they'll just live off the state the rest of their life, and so be it. I didn't think that that was a realistic expectation. I didn't think that that was a fair expectation. I don't know if I said this earlier, but he was diagnosed with having high functioning autism, which no form of the spectrum is good or bad. It all has its unique challenges. For us, the challenge was, with high functioning autism, it's very hard to get help, because you're just a bit away from what people would consider normal, and whatever that normal is. And I don't believe truly that normal is a thing. We're all unique. We're all different. We all have strengths. We all have weaknesses. But in that, it gave us a challenge. And we, it was fight or flight, right? We could fight it or we could run from it. We chose to fight it. It alienated us with a lot of people, with a lot of family members, because, the perception is that if that's the case, then just give up or take the easy way out. And for us, that wasn't an option. Kitty and I are both only children. We don't know how to do anything the easy way. It just doesn't exist. So it was hard. And the whole purpose of this video is that I wanted to let you know that if you're going through this and staying with the platform that I've tried to push with this channel, is that you are not alone. And the thing that I find so hurtful, it's the only word I could find, is that if you're struggling with any sort of mentally debilitating thing, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether it's a situation with autism, there are two types of people in this world. And I firmly believe that. There's the type of people that say, well, if you need anything, give me a call. If you've ever suffered from depression, you realize how just stupid that statement is. That doesn't happen. Or there's the other type of person that picks up the phone and says, where do I need to be? Those are the people you want to surround yourself with. Raising a child with autism takes a village. A village. Not two parents, not one parent, a village. It takes doctors. It takes medical personnel. It takes lawyers. It takes everything and anything you can imagine. For us, the motorcycle is the escapism. It's the way to get out. It's the way to get us time. And I find it very comforting that there's so many people in the motorcycle community that I found that have similar challenges with children with autism. And in bringing this video home, I would ask that you do something. If you have a child with autism, know that you could reach out to me via Instagram or any sort of social media platform. You want to have a conversation, if I can offer any help, I'll help you. As guys, we don't deal well with this. It's very hard to express your emotions and to deal with this. So I want to offer this as an opportunity to remind you that you're not alone. If you have the ability to do something financially, the 5 Dirty Bikers is doing a great fundraiser offering giveaways for some amazing motorcycle products from some great vendors, and I'm very grateful got on board with this. Or you could donate to an autism charity. I'm going to put the link for the fundraiser in the description below with Big Smitty Riding's video that you need to watch. But these are things that you could do. This is the motorcycle community helping the motorcycle community. But more than that, you can be the type of person that if you know someone that's struggling with this, with their children, have a conversation with them. Don't be afraid to have that conversation. I realize that I don't have a gazillion followers, a million followers, or any of that. But I really want to try and use this platform for good. I want to give people hope, because where there's hope, there's success. You know, all of us are going through something. And I want to continue the message of don't give up, keep fighting, fight, fight, fight. You know, this is not something that can't be maybe not beaten, but this isn't something that you can't learn from and excel from. We went from having a child who wasn't going to graduate high school and was pretty much told that, you know, we should just have him live off Social Security to, at the age of 23, he has a car. He has a license, obviously. He has a full-time job, and he's living a life that makes him happy. Take that, all the doubters. You know, everybody wants to tell you to give up and to, you know, do it their way. And I think that it's very important that you continue to fight and you continue to build your village on a daily basis. I hope if from anything you've gotten from this, that you know that you're not alone, and that you learn that, especially if you're a guy watching this, you realize that it is hard and it's okay to talk about this and, you know, to seek help. I remind you that if you're not right, it doesn't matter about your family, because if you're not right, you ain't helping anybody, male, female, gorilla, it don't matter. You need to be right before you can help others. So take care of yourselves. I hope that you've found this story to at least hopefully be helpful to you, and hopefully it would lead to opening up a discussion with others that maybe you can then help build your village if you're experiencing this. Please remember you're not alone. Please remember to reach out if you need somebody to talk to, if I can help direct you into any sort of resources you might need. I wish you the best. Thanks for watching.